mortgage and about how the mortgage work in the United Kingdom and also about the Western world. I will speak about today about the mortgage and mortgage finance and how the mortgage market is work and who is the mortgage advisor or mortgage consultant or mortgage broker. I will speak about the all details about the mortgage. Only few years before it was called FSA, Financial Services Authority, and now FCA, Financial Conduct Authority. And mortgage broker, to become a mortgage broker, someone has to qualified, and that qualification is CMAF or CII, also another qualification they provide, and it's equivalent level 4 exam. Now about the, if someone get mortgage broker certificate, cannot be a mortgage broker or mortgage advisor, need to be a caste status, and this caste status need a quite a long time practice under a senior or another caste practitioner. Caste means competent advisory services. Competent, someone has to be competent. Now about the mortgage CMAF, it is used to be IFS, Institute of Financial Services, but now this institute name change and it's called London Institute of Finance and Banking, LIFB. So and it is 3-level exam, level 1, level 2 and level 3, and it is very hard, especially in the level 3 about the whole case studies and all those things. And level 1 is more about the theory, and level 2 is more practice, and level 3 is more case studies. Same syllabus about the CII, Chartered Insurance Institutes, the qualifications. Now also there is a now CMAF in advance, also some new courses started by the LIFB, London Institute of Finance and Banking, about these things. Now about getting a mortgage broker approval from the FCA, there are two kind of. One is direct authorized, means the company directly authorized by the FCA, and companies all the rules, regulation or all types of compliances they do, and directly check or investigation by the FCA. And another called AR, appointed representative. Appointed representative is a mortgage advisor who is under a big mortgage network or mortgage big companies, so they apply to the FCA on behalf of this person, that this person is working under with us and we are looking after his all compliances or his all discipline or papers and everything. So FCA approved that person as a AR or appointed representative. So when someone get appointed representative, of course the network provide all the papers, documents and all these compliances, rule, regulation papers, and time to time as per the contract the AR have to always contact with the principal, or you can see the network, and the principal submitted the case to the banks or lenders on behalf of the borrower. So is like AR is an introducer or an intermediary, but AR also, if when AR is competent advisor, AR can advise also to the customer clients about the mortgage broking rules and everything. And this is the difference between the DA or direct authorized person can directly apply to the lender, bank, or on behalf of the borrower, but AR normally apply through or via of the principal, and lot of platform nowadays using by AR or the mortgage companies, and one is this is called Knowledge Bank, and his Knowledge Bank is a bust of all these mortgage companies or lenders details there. And when somebody want to put all the details in that Knowledge Bank, then come up a temporary the proposals or some of these criteria from different lenders that this is possible, you know. So it's like a offer in principles on the condition of the information, but it is depend on after submitting all the papers and documents and evidence, then the underwriter will check the papers, is it everything is okay, like all the papers of the client, all the details, all the income, all the proof of address, and all the proof of identity of the person, and person's bank's details, and person's credit references and everything, and also the person's the source of fund and everything. So this is these all things checked by the lenders or banks underwriting peoples. So who is underwriting? Underwriting people, they are in expert about the mortgage laws and systems, and also they on behalf of their the banks or the lenders. So normally those people, they have the responsibility of their employer, bank or lender or bank or the cooperative banks or the any subprime banks, though employed by those underwriter, and they check and verify everything, and then they approved or authorized that this is case is okay, or just to they blow out the case. So underwriter is a person who finalize the decisions whether this mortgage will be go ahead or just blow out. Sometimes they send back that this mortgage is on that condition is not fulfilled, so either they will accept or reject. So simple, there is no other things. now about the lender, in there are hundreds of lender, and they are lender normally mortgage broker who are here. Their contract with those networks or some of the mortgage clubs, and even the direct authorized, they contract with the mortgage clubs and all those things. So it is a big market, and in this big market everybody has a role. And also about the mortgage, then there is a very important role about the conveyance solicitors, and they are the people who check about this all this land registration or the local search and all this ownership of the property, and the document is all correct or not, and all those things. So buyer solicitors and seller solicitor communicate each and others, and finally they disburse the money from buyer solicitors to seller solicitors, and then seller solicitor receive the money, and that money transferred to the owner of the property or the sellers. So it is a very complicated things, and it is everything to be perfect. Also very important about the rule of the surveyor. This is very important because the surveyor people knows the property valuation, this property how much the value, and property value is some information about the historical value, and comparing with the neighbor properties or the data informations available of this all the properties, and the condition of the properties or the houses, and also surveyor check about these properties, the conditions, and anything happen in near future about any demolition or any road going on or any train line or pipeline going on in this area. So everything surveyor find out, and then the surveyor give a report of the valuation, and on that valuation accepted by the buyer solicitor and buyer that this is the price of the property if both party buyer and seller agreed. Now another important things about the stamp duty, and this is very important because every sale when changing in the land registry has to pay stamp duty. But now the government has this 2020 and 21 stamp duty for the first time buyer waived up to 600,000 pounds of the property. And also stamp duty is different between residential property and commercial property. Stamp duty is different, and stamp duty also some of the scale. Suppose that stamp duty, if it is 300,000 pounds, that much stamp duty, and if it is 500,000 pounds, then it is a different rate. So also it is very important about the stamp duty cost, the thinking about when someone buy to property. So this is, and also about the deposit, it depends upon the buyers the financial conditions. Some of the bank ask for a certain percentage of the deposit, like 10%, 15%, 20%, and some of the banks, when someone is doing a very high income job, so lucrative there, or youngs, then their deposit they reduce maybe 5% deposit. And this is very, and also about the most important, the income at the moment in UK, that whatever the income will be, mortgage or loan can be get about 5 times. So if somebody earning yearly about 40,000 pound, then he can buy a maximum house of 200,000 pound. And that is very important also, how much can get a loan, because it depends upon the buyer's income, and this income may be job income or other income. And also very important, some of the regular, if any payment, then it has to be minus from the income. Like say if a buyer has a expensive car and he has to pay a certain amount monthly installment, then that money or that income has to deduct from his yearly income. Anyway, my friend, I think I have spoken a little bit. I will speak more about the mortgage and how you can be a property lender and everything. And normally my video is between 8 to 15 minutes and is now 15 minutes 35 seconds. So I'm here stopping my video, but please you subscribe, like, share, and also bell button, then my future video when coming, then you will be first, you will get the information. And hope you in subscribe, like, share, and hope you enjoy. And please write in a comment if you have any inquiry. I'll try my best to answer those things. Thank you very much.